Hello everyone, I am Brandon Ordoñez from ECE41 and today I will be performing our experiment number 5 for our Internet of Things laboratory, which is entitled Build a Connected Factory Solution. Hello everyone, so now let us begin with our experiment. So for the objectives, explore the connected factory and build a connected factory solution of personal importance to you. So for the background, in this activity, we'll explore the connected factory example. You will then build your own model of a connected factory that incorporates an area of personal interest to you. So part 1, explore the connected factory. So step 1, review the glazing company overview page. Click any PC in the warehouse and open the web browser from the desktop tab. So first we would go to the warehouse and we would click any PC. So here, and we would go to desktop web browser there. So for the next step, it is type web server and click go. Review the company description information. So this is the company description information of the glazing company. Glazing company makes ceramic coatings for space capsules, autoclaves, and ships. The process in this factory are monitored via cameras, sensors, and people on the assembly lines. The factory also has a store for the public to observe the process and buy samples of ceramic that have been in outer space and other exotic areas. So these are the information that is presented in the web server of our glazing company. Our process is environmentally safe because of the use of IoE devices. So this company utilizes Internet of Things IoE devices in order to limit its harmful effects to our environment. So let's close that. And once the information has been reviewed, close the PC. Next, run the classic car. So there is a classic car on the upper left side of the warehouse. The owner keeps a classic car in the warehouse that needs to be run occasionally. Start the engine by holding the Alt key and clicking the classic car. So first, we should note that the window and the fan are not running here and here. So now let us try to hold the Alt key and click the car. So upon clicking the car, a smoke icon appeared and the window has opened. Both windows had opened, and the ceiling fans had also opened. It's been activated. So now let's stop the engine by holding the Alt key and clicking the car. So next, review the connected factory network settings. So we would go back, click the factory building to see its layout. This is the place. This is the factory. Find the FIT laptop and open the text editor inside the desktop tab. So this is the FIT laptop located on the upper left side of our factory. Click PD here, desktop. So open text editor. This is the text editor. Use the file button to find and open IP network text file. Open IP network text file. So upon clicking it, the text file shows all the network configurations for our glazing factory. So upon reviewing this, we would click close the text editor. Next, for step 4, use browser to monitor factory sensor settings. Open the web browser on the FIT laptop using the desktop tab. So we will still be using the FIT laptop for this part. Click the web browser and type factory on the URL box and click go. Next, use the following table to log into each area to control the sensors located there. So first, assembly. So here. Now that we are able to access the assembly server, let us observe what would happen and the connected devices to our assembly server. So first, temperature sensor. So this is the temperature sensor. It shows 0.6 degrees and now it is continually changing. So as we can see, whatever temperature is shown in our server, it is also shown in the temperature sensor's display. Next, assembly fan. So F assembly fan 2, this is F assembly fan 2. So through the server, we can control the movement of the fan. So as of now, it is off and low. So upon clicking low, there's motion, and upon clicking high, it shows greater lines, which represents more motion. Next, start process, no remote control API, so there's none. Running, so this is the light, since it is named running. So as of now, it is off. So upon clicking dim, it shows there is light, and upon clicking on, more powerful light. So let's turn it off. Next, speed warning. So the siren is named speed warning. So it is currently off. So let us try to turn it on. Upon turning it on, the light turned red, which means that the siren is now operating. So let's turn it off again. Next, for the clay flex sensor, no remote control API. Next, for the assembly fire sprinkler, this is it. Assembly fire sprinkler. So we could turn it is currently off. So let's turn it on. So upon turning it on, we could see that water is now pouring from the fire sprinkler. So turn it off again. Next, F assembly fan 1. This is our assembly fan. It is currently off. Now it is on low, and now it is on high. So turn it off again. So next, for our RFID reader, we can control if the RFID shown is valid, invalid, or is in waiting. Next, for the process indicator, it shows no remote control API. So let's close that, and let's move on to the next part. Next, prep. So again, let's type factory. Type prep. There. So now let us go to the preparation area. I guess this is it, the place where it says raw materials. So first, for the temperature, so FMM temp, so it is here, and it shows the current temperature of the area. Next, FRM CP fan, this is it. So it is currently off, now it is on low, and now it is on high. Next, FRM CP humidifier, which measures the humidity of the area. So it currently shows 55, and now it's changing. So next, humidifier. So it is currently off. This is the humidifier. So let us turn it on. So now that the humidifier is on, we could see that the humidor remains, or partially remains, at a constant humidity level. It is now increasing. So that is it. So let's turn it off. Next, for the clay casting. So for the clay casting, it is off, cooling, heating, So for this would be shown in our thermostat. So it's currently off, which shows a very low temperature. So if it's cooling, shows -1. If it's heating, the temperature increases, and upon pressing auto, so the thermostat is balancing on its own. So it can be set here at auto cool temperature and auto heat temperature. So let's turn it off again. Next, for the window, here, the window, FMM window. So it is currently closed, and upon pressing this, we could make it open. So that is it for our prep area. Next, factory. Next, we would go to the power station. So it is outside our factory. So click back and go to the power station here. So our server only shows the level of the battery, which is at 100, and the amount of power generated by our wind turbine, which is currently at 46 kilowatt per hour. So after that, the next part of our experiment is build a connected factory solution of personal importance to you and add it to connected factory. So I've created earlier a lounge for those who wish to visit the factory, since it is said earlier that the factory sells products to visitors. So first, I have attached a server and a switch for our setup, and I have added a ceiling fan, a coffee maker, and a lamp. All are connected using copper straight through wire. And after that, I have designated IP addresses. I've only created these IP addresses. So after that, first I went to server IP configuration and wrote this IP down, which is 192.54.162.89, and the subnet mask. Next, I went to services, IoT, and enabled registration server. So after that, I went to our first device, which is the ceiling fan. Went to config, fast ethernet, and wrote down the IP address that I have made earlier for this device. Afterwards, I went to coffee maker and fast ethernet, and I have written the IP address made earlier here. Next, for the lamp, same process. I just went to fast ethernet and static IP address. So this is the IP address that I have made earlier. So after that, we would register. We would go to the IP address here. So earlier, there is no server yet, so I click sign up now, but I have already made one. So now let us I have created a password and the username with the word lounge, sign in. So earlier, these were not shown. So first, I registered these devices to our server. Go to settings and IoT server and click remote server and enter the server address of our server and the username and password. Click connect, and upon connecting, it should show refresh. So that is the same process for all the devices that we have used earlier. Go to settings, IoT server, remote server, and type the IP address of our server, and enter the username and the password, and upon clicking connect, refresh will appear. So that is the same process for the lamp there. So after doing that process, let's go again to our server, type in the username and the password there. So through the server, we can access the devices linked to our switch. And since this is a lounge, I have added a ceiling fan, a coffee maker, and lamp for those visiting and staying for a while in our factory. So first, we could control the status of the ceiling fan. So it is currently off, so we can set it on low, and we can set it on high. Next, for the lamp, it is currently off, so we could change its settings to dim and to on. So for the coffee maker, we could just turn it on or turn it off. For the visitors of the factory to enjoy themselves upon their stay on the factory. So that is it for our experiment, and see you on the next video.